So I come from Israel, which, as you all know, is a depressing little place. And the moment I was old enough to leave, I went backpacking all over Europe. And I know, thinking, boy, you must have some crazy private sex stories. Well, yes, I do. Thank you very much for asking. When I was in Spain, I was staying in this hostel with 12 other people in the room. And there was a couple on the bed above me who was like too drunk to fuck. But they were nevertheless trying very loudly. Like, where is it, honey? Where is it? Over here! What? I can't see where you're pointing. It's dark in here. Fuck me. Why won't you fuck me? I'm trying, bitch. I'm trying. Now, I like drunk, horny people as much as the next guy. But that was just too much, you know, I had to tell them off. And so I was cringing off the edge of the bed and I was going, hey! And that's all I managed to say before that girl puked on me. You know, I should have never opened my big mouth. That experience sure left some bad taste in my mouth. She puked in my mouth is what I'm saying, she puked in my mouth. And so, thank you. For the U. I always wanted to get the U. Never got it still. So when now I don't know about you, but I'm always surprised when I have a date with an American girl and she shows up. So when I was in Brazil, I had a date with an American girl, and I was so sure she was going to flake that I didn't even plan the date. We ended up lost in like a park in the worst part of town, surrounded by homeless people and police. And all of a sudden, she's like, I'm horny, take me. It's like, American women. As flaky as a snowstorm in a Kellogg's factory, but put them between some homeless people and the police, and it's, come on my tits, come on my tits. I was having some trouble accomplishing this task because the last thing you want to see when you're trying to climax is a homeless guy with no teeth going. So needless to say, I made her my girlfriend. We were in a serious relationship for almost 3 weeks, and then we broke up. But it's okay because we gave each other recommendation letters. It was her crazy idea. She, you know, I did my best. Okay, she's good in bed, great on the sofa, wonderful in the kitchen. If it was the reverse order, you probably wouldn't be reading this. And she gave me a terrible recommendation letter. She made fun of me, Dr. Seuss style. This boyfriend of mine is a really nice dude, but boy oh boy when he takes off his shoes. There's a slew of stench, a festival of fragrances, an ordeal of odors. You get my drift about this boyfriend of mine? Well, so long as you don't get his drift, you should be fine. What kind of a stupid recommendation letter is this? I could show this to my prospective emplovers. Well, her next employer made her permanent. My stupid nursery rhyme she gave me only attracts children, which is useless unless I go to Thailand. All right, you guys. I think I've seen the lights.
Yeah.
Here and then disappear.
Yeah.
Very mysterious. Thank you.
I'd like to say my favorite part of their set is as flaky as a snowstorm in the Kellogg's factory. It's very ACT. I like it. Ladies and gentlemen, we're a very funny lady coming to the stage now, if that's okay. Ladies and gentlemen, she's got so far the coolest last name of all, Jennifer Lavoie.
Lavoie means the voice of a 3-year-old. French. I can't see anyone. Okay, so has this ever happened to you when you you're okay, let's just say it as it is. You're at your place of work and you make eye contact with somebody you've hooked up with already, and then like you don't know what to do. You have to go over and say hello to him, right? Like you can't just ignore him after you made eye contact because it's all weird. And he's in a group of dudes talking about shit, and you're like, fuck, he saw me see him, and now I have to go say hi. And you're like, fuck, I fucked you. You have to go talk to him, right? Because otherwise he thinks you're avoiding him. So you go over and you say hi, and the fucking conversation around him stops. Because it always stops when you interrupt a conversation. You're like, hi. And then you don't know what else to say, and you're like, okay, well, it was nice seeing you again, bye. Like, if not, everyone else is like, oh, cool, hi, how are you? I'm like, this is kind of awkward, isn't it? I'm like, no, why is it awkward? Oh, I don't know, maybe because you were inside of me, because I know that you like to be the big spoon, and you're 6'3", or maybe because I also fucked the dude next to you. Oopsie. And so you just like do that awkward hug thing, you know? Let's talk about hugs. How weird must the first hug have been, right? Psst, hey, come here, closer. Now embrace me. No, trust me, this will catch on. Like, it's gonna be awkward. And guys love to give women this, like, I don't know what it is, especially if you're a tall dude. I'm 5'7", like that's not tiny for a girl, but big dudes love to pick you up and squeeze you and sort of make like a titty mammogram against their chest. This is never appropriate. It pisses women off. Don't do that. Don't rub the back of their back unless like you're super sexy and you look like Ken now. Don't do that. Like don't feel our bra. Don't smash our tits against your chest. Just don't. Avoid it. Okay. Well, that's some new material. Let's do some jokes that I've rehearsed. So it's frustrating. It can be frustrating being a female. Since this is an all-gentleman crowd, I'm going to enlighten you. On any given day, women can spend hundreds of dollars on products and 2 hours of their life to become a very unstable 7. Okay, now that 7 has a shelf life of an hour and a half because we fucking melt. Now, let's bring into the equation that this is Los Angeles and all the hottest, baddest bitches from all around the world move here, right? So in Chicago, where I'm from, solid 7. Here, barely rapeable. This is something you guys probably don't know about me. I'm super maternal. I really cannot wait to be a full-time mommy as soon as I can afford a full-time nanny. Just so I can continue my job as a part-time alcoholic. I know. But really, honestly, I love kids. I'm going to be a great mom. I am going to scrimp and save every last penny so I can afford a white nanny. Because I don't speak Spanish. That sound means something, right? No? Okay. So I also want to talk about, I don't know if you guys have heard the news, but unemployment is up. Which is interesting because lots of people are striking right now, right? You see lots of teachers striking, people that work on assembly lines. Listen, unless you have a specialized skill, a commodity to offer the world, you are not allowed to strike. If your job if you can be replaced by a small Asian child, a robot, or a Mexican, you're not allowed to strike. Thank you.
Kevin, I got some issues with some stuff that we just discussed there. Thank you. Give it up for Jennifer again. Can we go over it real quick?
Is this about how she said she wasn't rapeable, so you can just stop right there?
Well, no, I really do not like great humor, but it's a girl saying it, so I can't say anything about that. But I was more thinking about the fact that if you're going to have the best nanny, you got to have the Afro-Caribbean nanny. Is by far the best nanny. Beats fucking beats some fucking British chick, hands down. Okay.
All the last 5 minutes, that's what you took away from me.
Huh? That was offensive. She said that a white nanny would be the best, and that is absolutely not true. And I just took offense to that. I just had to say that.
You offended Jennifer.
Oh,
You cut him to the core.
oh, it has. It hurts me. It hurts me. Okay, thank you, Kevin. I just wanted to say that. Go ahead.
Okay, I think we all feel better. Afro-Cuban? Ladies and gentlemen, our next comic might have the least exotic name we've seen so far, but that's okay, because he's going to come knock your socks through your goddamn shoes. His name is Adam Miller, everybody. Adam Miller.
Hello. So, we recently had some holidays. Who celebrates President's Day? Who the fuck celebrates President's Day? Like, is there anyone that has like posters of presidents on their wall, or has like a barbecue or a dinner or like a deck of cards that they play with? Like, I think we should save holidays for things that matter. We should just change President's Day to, you know, just another fucking excuse to get drunk day. We had Valentine's Day. That was good. Great day to masturbate. Sorry. Anyway, I have some news, actually, that I want to share with you guys. So, growing up, you know, a lot of my friends, they wanted to be rock stars, or they wanted to be baseball players, or, you know, congressmen, or, that's not true, none of them want to be congressmen. Something really big. I had a different vision. When I grew up, I wanted to be a waiter. And I fucking did it. I did it. I'm killing it. I'm a waiter, and I'm so fucking happy. It's amazing. Yes, thank you. I love it. Such a great job. Such a thankless job, though, you know? Like, people stiff you on a tip. They just draw that line next to tip. Absolutely nothing. Like, don't draw the line. Give some advice or something. You know, tip. Customers like it when you get the food out on time. You know, tip. Don't stand in the back on your cell phone and ignoring me when you can see me walking around like an idiot looking for the bathroom. You know, tip. Confucius say, don't roll up your sleeves in the rain. I don't know what the fuck that means, but it's some kind of tip. Alright. Yeah, work. Who went to work today? Yeah. Why? Why do we subject ourselves to such levels of misery and despair? God, fucking sucks. I think we should have like a global strike. You know, set up a bunch of lawn chairs, bat a beach ball around like they do at baseball games. Like, I am not going to work until I get paid what I know I'm worth for a job that comfortably matches my skill set. Like me, I'm not going to work until I get $7 million a year for testing out mattresses. No, that's a job I could do. I'd be there fucking early. A lot of shit, I don't know. A lot of shit with the system that I just don't have a hard time with, doesn't make sense. Like street sweeping tickets. I don't get it. It's just like a punishment. What's the point? $64 and the leaves are still there. You know, why does everything have to be a punishment or a fine? Why can't they just ask us to sweep? Alright, that's my time. Adam Miller.
Justifiably bitter, Adam Miller. I too am a waiter. I want everybody to die. It's not personal. I just fucking hate you. Sorry. Okay, so this one's kind of a crapshoot for me. A little bit more exotic a name than Adam Miller, so we're gonna roll the dice. It's either Justo Diaz or Justo?
That's it, Justo.
Justo! Good, it's Justo Diaz!
That's right, Justo Diaz, yeah!
How you doing, comics? So, you know, I'm just going to riff a little with you guys because I really have some stuff on my mind. First of all, some of the stuff that I've been hearing up here about, you know, the cliches about Latinos and just the racism, the hatred, the bitterness, the darkness. Guys, we gotta stop this, you know. So, I'm not doing my set tonight. There's too much of that shit in there. Because I'm racist. You're staring at me, and it's too much to worry about. I'm not judging you, I'm judging me. For a minute there, as I was, you know, this is like my 4th open mic this week, and I thought, damn, you know what? I'm Because I keep quitting comedy because it's the only profession I've ever had where you can quit and it doesn't really affect your career. Right? It might even help on some level. You know? And it's not like I'm, you know, bitter or dark, like you were saying before. It's just that, you know, it's a hard life because what's that thing where, you know, you can't concentrate and you're so slow to develop and you don't make good eye contact. What's that called? Being an artist. No, honestly, artists get no respect, right? Because as far as people are concerned, you're just making this shit up, which is mostly true, you know? But I have some things I have to say, you know? I think I'm the first Latino comic up here tonight, am I right? Right? And I got a couple of protests here. First of all, I'm not that kind of Latino. You know, that little guy was saying that, you know, how we're gardeners and... What the fuck? Seriously? I went to college, okay? It was the best landscaping gig ever. Thank you. So,
I saw your work, it was good.
Right? I grew that shit nice. So, what else did I talk about? You know, I was talking about, you know, I'm a father, and I want to be a good father. But I think I'm a dangerous guy. I think I'm kind of scary. I was driving the other day, and I'm sure this happens to you guys all the time, and I found myself texting. You ever texting, you're all, shit, how long have I been texting? Fuck, I looked up and I thought, shit. Was that like 10 seconds or like 30 seconds, right? And I happened to glance in the rearview mirror. It's hard to admit, I saw my kids in the back. I saw them and I thought, oh shit, God, what kind of father am I? You know, so here's my advice to you guys. If you're driving and you find yourself texting, don't check in on your kids. That's stupid. Keep your eyes on your phone. That's basically the motto there. What else I got going on? Well, I'm gonna stick with the kid thing because I think that works for me. I just want to be totally natural about this stuff. I saw my ex-wife and her new husband and their kids, and I was with my wife and my kids, and it was an awkward moment. And I don't know what you guys think when you see your ex-girlfriends, you know, or play dates. You think in your head, oh shit, you know, I wonder if this looks good, if I'm looking, you know, got the good wife, or my kid's cute enough. And all I thought was, I fucked that girl in the ass. How weird is that? Is that the weirdest thing you've ever? I thought I was gonna think something else. I had pictured the whole shit. You know, I was gonna walk up to her and, hi, how are you? Oh, I'm so happy, blah, blah, blah. First thing in mind, you know, I fucked you in the ass. That's what I thought. When I looked at her, I told her that. I even told her husband that we introduced each other, and I shook her husband's hand, and we're shaking hands, and the whole time, fuck her hard. In the ass. Just wanted you guys to know that. I'm trying to open up a little bit. What else? Let me go back to the racism thing, because I think the light's up and it's blinking it really hard. All right, guys, thanks for your time.
All right.
Let's see, moving right along, we've got a very funny gentleman as well. He's wearing a cheeky scarf, which I think we'll all enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Hirsch. Yeah. Fuck slavery. Fuck that shit. No. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about this shit. We're going to talk about slavery tonight, motherfucker. We're going to get it straight. We're going to be honest. We are going to talk about this. We're going to talk about some shit tonight. Ain't going to be no bullshit. Ain't going to be... I got to tell you something, motherfucker. We're going to talk about this shit until you're done. Until you are done. Are you done? That right there, you can't see shit. I can't see shit. By the way, I'm sorry, guys. That was just a fucking... That's an impression. That's just an impression of Cat Williams. That's just some shit I do. That ain't my voice. That's just some bullshit. Jim, my buddy Jim was telling me, he said, Hirsch, y'all you do a lot of characters and shit, and just every now and then come up and just be yourself, be your own plain sorry ass. I'm gonna do